Hello, I'm Miss Maykut here at Ballard High School with my science colleagues, Lucy and Sue, here to talk to you about biology. Let's get started. So biology, the study of all living things and all their complexities, will be focusing on in first semester about matter and energy changes in living organisms, as well as into ecosystems. And then semester 2 will be focused on biodiversity and the genetics of living things, as well as evolution. A bit about me. I've got a master's degree in environmental studies. This will be going into my 8th year at Ballard High School teaching. I've been teaching biology this whole time. I love it. It's great fun. And I'm from Seattle. I'm a Northwest native, to Garfield High School. Shh, don't tell anybody. And I just love the outdoors. I love being here. I love getting to know my students. I love seeing them down the street. I live in the neighborhood. And it's just been a joy. We do have a set of values here at Ballard High School, which I embrace fully, of trust, equity for all students, staff, and families, collaboration, community, joy, and self-care. Self-care being very important this year, that we're taking care of ourselves and our community. In addition, a commitment to anti-racism and anti-bias practices. I'm committed to this classroom being a safe space for all my students and families. I know change starts with me, so if you ever hear or feel anything and you're uncomfortable, please feel you can speak to me or my advisors, supervisors. I'm committed to you feeling safe in this space and for everyone feeling included. So let's get into the nuts and bolts of biology for this class. This is how to get a hold of me. Email's best. I also have office hours Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We always have meetings on Wednesday. Students can direct message me in Teams or on Remind.com. Teams is pretty solid. I check it, it pops up. Parents can also use talking points and it does translations. I do try and be off air in the evenings and weekends, at least from direct communications. Here's the link for Remind. Students, get on that. Students, get on that. Okay, cool. He required materials, obviously a computer and Seattle Public Schools account. Also, I asked students to have a journal or composition notebook. I've been providing these for reflections, class reflections, and occasional notes. And every kid needs a planner or organizer. This is for tracking assignments in all classes. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, a willingness to participate in the collaborative, productive struggle, which is learning. So course overview and objectives. So we started off zooming in and zooming out of a living system. So going in from the atomic molecular all the way out to the large biome ecosystem level. And then from there, we dive into each of the different elements of species. So specifically, we've got systems and scales in Unit 1. That's our start off. Then we'll get into cycling matter and energy in animals and plants and ecosystems. Then semester 2, we'll get into the function and development of organism, inheritance and variance of traits, natural selection, and evolution. Each week has a pretty consistent schedule. I give students a weekly overview, and then they have homework and journal assignments. There are collaborative, these are the only homeworks I have. Collaborative lessons and labs are done in class. There's a weekly quiz, which they are expected to do at home on Schoology. 75% equals full credit in the gradebook, and they can take it up to 20 times. And this is all building towards a unit project and test. Where to find things, Schoology has the calendar and due dates, online discussions and quizzes. OneNote, which is, we live in OneNote, has all the content resources, instruction slides, and homework assignments. A couple last things about policy. I don't take homework, late homework, because otherwise I have no life. And collaboration work, if they don't have that done on time, it gets knocked down, because don't be that group member, right? Be there with your group. However, if homework is late, I just say it wasn't complete and I exempt it. So there's no penalty. However, if students aren't doing at least 80% of the homework, when we do test corrections, the max test correction score they can get is 75%. So test corrections, you can get them corrected up to 95%. unless you haven't done 80% of your homework. Absence and late policy projects, we do peer edits. So they do get penalized if students are not ready on time because you can't do peer edits in. And then if they're gone for a test, a unit test, and it's a prearranged event, please take it prior to the exam or within 2 days of the test, not of when they get back of the test. Okay. Also, I would like to try and get students out of the classroom. Field trips are exceedingly difficult in Seattle Public Schools. I don't know if I can pull it off. It's very challenging. We've got COVID. But if we can, I'll need some volunteers. Please send me a message, an email if that's something you're interested in, or fill out that parent, family, guardian survey that went out at the start of the year. I will also post that on Schoology. And that's a wrap. If you have any questions, email me or send a message, or else if you're available on the tier. And so signing off from Lucy and Sue, and if you don't know who they are, you've got some homework.